Good morning, friends. After finishing the lesson on gravity, I hope you have understood the chapter well, gravity, gravitational force. So we have done in physics so far, started with the concept of rest and motion. Then we saw velocity, acceleration. Then we saw force which causes the motion. We studied the equations of motion, Newton's law of motion. Yes, the next topic and the next lesson we go in continuation is work and energy. So force gives rise to motion. Force will give rise to motion, but the motion will also do some work, and work will need energy. So we are moving to now the new chapter, work and energy, but remember it is in continuation with rest, motion, acceleration, force, displacement and all. So we cannot do work and energy without understanding the previous concepts. Now, let us see, when are we doing work? A question rises, are we doing work? Let us see the situations based on physics. You are working hard to push a huge rock. You are trying to push a huge rock, but the rock does not move. You are trying to push the wall does not move. So despite all the effort you are making, yes, the force you are using to push it, the rock does not move. Now you are tired, completely exhausted, but you have not done any work. Not done. You have not done any work because there is no displacement. Remember, you applied force, no doubt, but there is no displacement, no change in the state of the body. So all your effort has been in vain. Now, second thing, you stand still with a heavy load on your head. There is a heavy load on your head. So you are getting tired. Okay? You have spent your energy with a heavy load on your head. Are you doing any work on the load? Now you are just standing there with the load on your head which has not moved at all. In this case also, there is no displacement of the load. So I think the work is not done. Next, you climb the stairs of the staircase and reach the second floor of the building. You may even climb up a tree. Are you doing any work? Now the activities like playing in the field, talking with friends, humming a tune, watching a movie, attending a function, and sitting and studying the whole day. But they are not considered to be work. Okay? Sometimes they are not considered to be called work. So let us see, what does physics say about work? What is the actual definition of work? In spite of using so much energy trying to push a big rock or trying to push the wall, carrying a heavy load on your head, sitting to study the whole day, why do we say that no work is done? What is the actual definition of work? So let us look at the scientific, the physics concept of work. So there is a small pebble or a box or any object you can say lying on a surface. You have to push it, apply a force, and the pebble moves. Very important, the pebble moves. So you exerted the force on the pebble got displaced. So we have to say work is done. Means you applied a force, there was a displacement, so work is done. Next example, a girl pulls a trolley. She pulls it this time, pulls, and the trolley moves a distance. So again, there was a force exerted, and the trolley got displaced. Okay? Therefore, again, work is done. Now you lift a book. Lift a book. You applied a force on the book. The book has risen higher, means the book has moved. There is displacement. So again, work is done. So if you look at the examples, you will see that for work to be done, a force should act on the object, there should be a force. Because there can be no change in the state without a force. So force should act on an object and the object must be displaced. So in physics, you have to remember For work to be done, a force should act on an object and the object must be displaced. Only then we can say that work is done. So now we think of a work done by a constant force. Now the word here is constant force. This is very important because sometimes the force can be changing. Yes, but here we will not go into that deep. We will only take the concept of a constant force. You can see in this picture here there is a brake line here or a body line here. A constant force F is applied on the body and the body is displaced by a displacement S. So F is the force acting on the body and the body is displaced. So when a force is applied on a body and the body is displaced, then work is said to be done. So work is only done when force is applied on a body and the body is displaced. So let us say a constant force F acts on an object. Let the object be displaced by a distance S, the displacement. When work done is given by the product of the force and displacement. So work done is equal to force into displacement, given by the formula W equal to F into S. F is the force, S is the displacement. Okay, so the work done by force of an object is equal to the magnitude of the force multiplied by the distance moved in the direction of force. But work has only magnitude and no direction. Work is a scalar quantity. You can see a force is a vector quantity, displacement is a vector quantity, but work is a scalar quantity. How? We are going to learn in the future classes, but just for the sake of remembrance, work is a scalar quantity. It has got magnitude but no direction. Force is vector, displacement is vector, but work is a scalar quantity. Now let us see what is the unit of work. We see the formula work equal to force into displacement. Work is force into displacement. W equal to F into S. And let the force be 1 Newton. Let the displacement be 1 meter. So work done is 1 Newton into 1 meter or 1 Newton meter. This 1 Newton meter work is said to be 1 joule. What is the definition of 1 joule? 1 joule is the amount of work done on an object. It is the amount of work done on an object when a force of 1 Newton displaces it by 1 meter along the line of the action of force. This is very important. Learn the definition. We'll see why this is really very important. Displace it by 1 meter along the line of the action of force. So what do we see again here? Work done is force into displacement. So without any force, there will be no displacement. When the force is 0, there can be no displacement. So when the force is 0, no work is done. But in some cases, you apply a force, but there is no displacement. Like we discussed, pushing a huge rock or pushing the wall. We are pushing the wall, pushing a heavy table or a heavy cupboard. You are applying a force, but the body is not moving at all. Because the body is not displaced, there is no work done. So what have you understood here? Why we have learnt motion? Because we are going to understand the displacement of the body. And force is what? Mass into acceleration. So we have got work done is equal to force into displacement. But force is what? Mass into acceleration. So we can write work done is equal to mass into acceleration into displacement. Now the mass of the body may remain constant. But what is acceleration? Acceleration is the change in velocity. So change in velocity will have v minus u upon p. So you can see we have reached the chapter on work, but very important to understand, it is related to motion. because force is equal to mass into acceleration. Acceleration is the change in velocity in a certain time. So only when we understand the change in motion, we will be able to calculate the acceleration. Only if we know the acceleration and the mass, we will be able to calculate the force. Only with the force and the displacement, we will get the work done on the body or by the body. These are very two important terms. Work is done, but how is the work done? On the body or by the body? You will see one body can do the work on another body. So suppose this is body 1, doing some work on body 2. You are pushing the table. Then work is done by you on the table. So what is the importance of the word by and on? The body who does the work. When the work is done by the body, it will lose the energy. It will lose energy. The body which does the work. When the work is done by the body, it loses energy, and the body on which the work is done on the body will gain energy. This is very important. So we are just going to consider just now that work is done. But in the next topic we are going to relate work and energy. But just now you only concentrate on work, and remember, when a body does work, it loses energy, and the body on which work is done gains the energy. Okay, now let us see positive and negative work. So we saw the formula for work is force into displacement. Work done is equal to force into displacement. Now let us look at certain conditions. Now as you can see in this diagram, the girl is pulling a car with a string. So there is a mechanical force in the forward direction, but because of the friction between the car and the table, there will be a frictional force in the opposite direction. Okay? So there is a force by the girl in the forward direction. There is a frictional force, I'll call it small f, in the opposite direction. Now, when the girl pulls the car forward, applying a force F, and the car moves a distance s. Here you can see the force is applied in the direction and the displacement is in the same direction. So when the direction of displacement and force is the same, the angle between them is 0 degree. Why 0 degree? Because it is in the same direction. So when the direction of the force and the direction of the displacement is the same, work is taken as positive. So in this case, the force of the girl is doing positive work. Why is it doing positive work? Because the car is being displaced in the direction of the force applied. Now look at this frictional force. It is opposing the motion of the car. Now because it is opposing the motion of the car is being displaced in the forward direction with a frictional force in the opposite direction. So the angle between the frictional force and displacement is 180 degree. They are in the opposite direction. So when the displacement in the opposite direction, the force and the displacement in the opposite direction, the work done is negative. Yet the minus sign indicates the opposite direction. So the direction here, the displacement is opposite direction, so the work done is negative. So what we can see here, the work done by the force of the girl is positive, while the work done because of frictional force, let us call it W prime, equal to F into S, this will be negative. So when is the positive work done? When the displacement and the force are in the same direction, it is positive work. When the force and displacement are in the opposite direction, it is negative work. Now apart from 0 degree, that is same direction, and 180 degree opposite direction, if you look at your protector, if you observe your protector, there is 0 degree, 10 degree and so on, 45 degree, 90 degree and 180 degree. So we have seen the case for 0 degree, same direction, work done is positive. We have seen the case of 180 degree, opposite direction, work done is negative. So now we'll see the other conditions. Now I have put the girl on the table, she's on the table, the car is on the floor and the girl is applying a force. You can see the direction in which the girl is applying the force. The girl is applying the force upward with the help of a string. Now where do you think the car will move? Will the car move in this direction? No. The car will move forward. You can look at the displacement of the car. Even though the girl is pulling the string upward, the car is moving forward. There is an angle between the force and the displacement. Let me call this angle theta. Okay? So this was the case here. You can see in this case, the displacement is in the direction of force. In the frictional case, the force is in the opposite direction of displacement, negative work. But here the girl is pulling the flow, applying force at an angle with the ground, an angle theta. But the car will move forward. Now here is a little bit of vector mathematics. You can see this force which is applied has got two components. One component, the thread is going upward, and one component, the thread is going forward. Now this upward force of the string is balanced by gravity. The upward force is balanced by gravity. So these forces balance each other, so the car will neither go up nor the car will go down. Here's the normal force. So this is balanced. So the car will only go forward. But there is a slight change. Now you can see, suppose this girl had put the string by 1 meter. Say the girl had pulled the string by 1 meter and the string is not flexible. Then the car would have come forward by 1 meter because it is in the same direction. But here if the girl pulls the thread by 1 meter, then you will see this 1 meter. The girl pulls the thread by 1 meter, shown in blue. It has got two components, Pythagoras theorem. It has got one component of height and one component of width. Like I told you, the height force is balanced by the gravity, but there is only a displacement in this direction. So this is not fully equal to 1 meter, it will be something less than 1 meter. In the 10th you will learn that this displacement is found by something called f cos theta. So this is not in your syllabus, but I am just showing you. F cos theta means this is your actual f. This is your f, so long, 1 meter is your f. But your actual displacement is not equal to f. It is equal to cos theta. And what is theta? Theta is the angle between the two. So this is your displacement. So here the work done is now written as f s cos theta, where theta is the angle between the force and displacement. So the work done will be Wf cos theta. So we learnt about positive work, we learnt about negative work, but here the work can be positive or negative depending upon this angle. Okay, if the work will depend upon this angle. So let us see. So suppose we have got cos 0 degree. Now I made the formula W equal to Fs cos theta. Theta is 0 degree. Means suppose the string is pulled by 1 meter, the car will come forward by 1 meter. So the force, the string, how much the string is pulled, that much the car comes forward. So distance is the same, so that will become 1. The component is 1. So the work done we saw will be positive and equal to 1. Now from 0 degree to 90 degree, 0 to 90 degree at any angle, if you pull the thread, at any angle theta you pull the thread, then there are two components, one is height and one is width. So the car will only come forward by this much direction. If you pull it upwards here, the car will only come forward by this direction. If we pull it here, the car will come forward by this much distance. So when the force is at an angle, then the displacement is the cos of the theta. So the more higher you are, the less is the displacement, and the more lower you are, more is the displacement. But you can see from 0 to 90 degree till here, the car will actually come forward in the direction of force. So from 0 to 90 degree, the work will remain positive. So this is 0 to 90. Now at exactly at 90 degree, the string is like this. Okay? So when the string is upward, the car will neither move like this, neither move like this. Not in the direction of force, not in the direction opposite to force. So in this case, the value of cos 90 is 0. So if you put cos 90 equal to 0, the work done will be 0. So this cos theta, when you put equal to 0, then the value becomes 1. So in the same direction, W equal to F into S. Between 0 to 90, the value of cos will be less than 1, but positive. At 90, it becomes 0. Now from 90 to 180, if you pull the string like this, yes, but the car is displaced in this direction. Because this is the direction, the force will be in the opposite direction to displacement, the work done is negative. And when it is at 180 degree, exactly at 180 degree, the displacement and the force are exactly opposite, the work done will be negative. Right? So, let us see in how many cases the work done is 0. So now we have got 3 conditions in which the work done is 0. The force applied is 0. If the force is 0, then no work will be done. But suppose force is applied, but the displacement is 0. Then the work will be 0. Now suppose force is applied and there is displacement, but the angle between the force and the displacement is 90 degree, even then the work done will be 0. As an example, we saw in the previous chapter the earth and the moon is revolving around the earth. The gravitational force of the moon, of the earth is towards the earth, the gravitational force. But the direction of the moon we know is tangential. At every point it is tangential, means it is at 90 degree. So when the moon is rotating around the earth, by the gravitational force of the earth, the work done by the earth on the moon will be 0. Why the work done is 0? Because the angle between the force and the displacement is 90 degree. So moon is moving in the orbit around the earth due to gravitational force, but the work done by the earth on the moon is 0 because the angle between the force and the displacement is 0 degree. Okay? Remember this. So, when a porter on a railway station is carrying the luggage on his head and moving after you out of the station, now he is applying the force in the upward direction, but he is moving in the horizontal direction. Angle is 90, so work done by the porter is 0. If the work done by him is 0, you have to pay him 0 rupees, but don't do that, he has wasted his energy. So, when the porter is lifting the luggage onto his hand, he is working against gravity. But here he is applying the force and lifting the body, so the body is going in the direction of force. So work is done. But when he puts the weight on his head and moves on the platform horizontally, then the force is applied in the upward direction. Displacement is like this. Because of the angle 90 degree, the work done will be 0. Right? The work done is 0. So now this example of positive and negative work. Suppose you throw a ball into the air. You use force and throw the ball into the air. So you are applying a force. Okay? Throwing the ball into the air. Now the ball is going into the direction of your force. So the work you have done is positive. Because you applied a force in the upward direction and the body is going in the upward direction, the work done by you is positive. But which force is acting on the body in the downward direction? the weight, now don't confuse the weight with the work done. W is for weight here. Gravitational force. Now gravitational force is acting in the downward direction. Gravitational force is acting in the downward direction, body is going in the upward direction. So work done by gravitational force is negative. So remember, when the body is falling downwards, and gravity is downwards, gravity I'll write here, gravitational force I'll call Fg, gravitational force downwards, displacement downwards, work done is positive. And what can you see? When the work done is positive, the velocity of the body is increasing. Now, when the body is going upwards, so displacement is upward, but gravitational force is downwards. In this case, the work done is negative. Here the gravitational force is doing negative work because the body is in the opposite direction. This will reduce the velocity of the body. So when work done is positive, the velocity of the body increases. When the work done is negative, the velocity of the body decreases. This may look slightly complex to you out of the syllabus, but it is very easy to understand. Only part you will not realize is the cos theta, but I showed you an example. Right? When the girl is pulling the car at an angle, the car only comes this much forward, not fully forward. So the work done in the direction of force is changing. Okay, try to see this video 2 or 3 times to understand the concept of work. But otherwise, what is the work we can say? When force is applied on a body and the body is displaced, we say work is done. If the displacement is in the direction of force, work done is positive. If the displacement is in the direction opposite to the force, work done is negative. And if the angle between the force and displacement is 90 degree, work done is 0. Is it clear? So this is the concept of force we have to do today. Now an example. A porter lifts a luggage of 15 kg. Mass is 15 kg. And puts on his head 1.5 meter above the ground. So on the ground there is some luggage. The porter lifts the luggage and puts the luggage on the head. The displacement here is 1.5 meter. 1.5 meter. The mass of this luggage is 15 kg. Calculate the work done by him on the luggage. Now, what is the gravitational force acting on the body? The weight W equal to mg. Mass is 15 kg. Let us take g as 10 meter per second square. So 150 Newton is the weight in the downward direction. 150 Newton. So to lift the mass, he has to apply a force of 150 Newton in the upward direction. To overcome the gravity, actually he should apply a force a little more than gravity, but we are taking equal to. We should not do that equal to. Why? If the weight is equal to the upward force, if the downward weight is equal to the upward force, it is a balanced force and the body cannot be moved. But here we are taking it 150, it should be little more than 150. But anyway, now the force is applying is 150 Newton in the upward direction, and in the upward direction the displacement is 1.5 meter. So the both are in the same direction. Okay, gravity is in the opposite direction, but the work done by him, by the porter. So he is applying the force in the upward direction, displacement is upward direction. So work done is equal to force into displacement equal to 150 into 1.5 equal to 225 joule, because the unit of work is joule. So work done by him is 225 joule. So I hope you understood the concept of work in detail. When force is applied on a body and body moves in the direction of force, work is said to be done. When the force and the displacement in the same direction, work done is positive. When force and displacement in the opposite direction, work done is negative. When the angle between the force and displacement is 90 degree, work done is 0. So the moon, when is revolving around the earth, the work done by the gravitational force on the moon is 0. So I'm going to end the lecture here. Okay, but I told you to understand work, force into displacement, we should know force, it is mass into acceleration. Acceleration is the change in velocity. So all the lessons we have done so far, starting with motion, then gravitation, this all is related. So see everything in one whole picture. Do not see it lesson wise, physics is completely related. So everything in the see in the one whole big picture. I'm going to end the lecture here. Thank you.